You've all heard about it in the Kallenbosch Gazette. It's in the Gazette tonight. So, as I say, there's a lot of people mentioned here, there's a lot of people not here, but the ones that count are here, so I hope you enjoy it. Right, the Big Apple. Most of you here will know me as Bob. Paco calls me Sexy Bob, don't you know it? But back home in South Shields near Newcastle, I'm fondly known as Big Bob the Poet. I write poems for special occasions like birthdays or anniversaries, wedding speeches for the bride. But when on holiday or a weekend away with the lads, I write poems about folk I've met on the side. Observations of some people I have just met. That means most of you here will be mentioned. A great mix of folk that I've come across, some normal and some who should be sectioned. So let's start off with the Big Apple's karaoke DJ, none other than Mr. Paco the boss. He runs this fine bar almost single-handed and comes across like he don't give a toss. I need somebody to help us here. Paco's English skills are basic, as you know. He has some great sayings and quips, like flippin' heck, I wish I was a puff, and that famous English dish, egg and chips. He loves to sing on the old karaoke, songs by Sinatra, Neil Diamond and Elvis. And he's such a great mover when up on the stage with his sexy moves when gyrating his pelvis. The great thing about going on holiday is making new friends along the way. 4 of them flew in from Taunton and Somerset. A nice family, I do have to say. Let's start with Nigel, a fine handsome chap with tan rugged features, you'd agree. Give him a leather cowboy hat with corks hanging off and he could double as Crocodile Dundee. Then there's Alex, who's a complete nut job, and Nigel's beautiful young missus. She's promised if I give her a glowing report, she'll shower me with big hugs and kisses. Doesn't come in, shit. But when it comes to karaoke, she's not quite there. Doesn't really get it, if you like. She gets on the stage and mimes to the songs, using a sangria spatula as a mic. Alex's son Gary is a reliable lad, what we describe as a real chicky chappy. Nicknamed Gary Barlow for his handsome good looks, and when his team Spurs wins, he's quite happy. His girlfriend Tash is a gorgeous young thing, quite quiet with a sexy smile and a wink. And because I've said nice things about her, she's promised to buy me a drink. And she hasn't come in now. Next up for a mention is my new friend Jeff. He loves to karaoke like the rest. He has a varied repertoire, as you all know, but his U2 and Oasis are the best. Well supported by his gorgeous wife Elaine, who sings along and gives him the clap. Sorry, that should have read, gives him the applause. I just hope she won't give me a slap. Another foursome in this big happy crowd are those nice folks from across the Irish Sea. Although Dave is the only sensible one, he's from Manchester and a real nice chap, you'd agree.
You think that?
His wife Pauline is a real lovely lady and loves to sing a bit of status quo. Although her rendition leaves a lot to be desired, but karaoke is about having a go. And then there's Breeder, Mick's long-suffering wife. She's gorgeous, a lovely wee thing, and loves to hear a good song and good singer. That's why she likes hearing me sing. And finally Mick, with his big Irish smile. He's handsome, rugged and rough. Likes to sing Roger Miller's King of the Road and loves a pint of that black Irish stuff. My attention turns to another Mick and the lovely Jackie, from South London but live in Sussex right now. Mick has kept us entertained with his singing and dancing, and for that you must take a bow. Karaoke proves that you don't have to sing well, just brave enough and just a bit wacky. And for an old fella, he's a pretty good mover and well supported by the lovely Jackie. They're not in, I don't know. They must have heard I was up. Next up is Sandy. She's gone home and all. Next up is Sandy, our fine English rose. She's on holiday with her husband Vince. She'll have a go at any song that you like, as long as it's not Led Zeppelin or Prince. A regular contributor at Paco's karaoke nights, she usually comes in around 9. loves a bit of Christopher's Lady in Red, or Crazy by the famous Patsy Cline. And there's my young friends Sylvia and Dave. They're in tonight, thank you for coming. Well, there's my young friends Sylvia and Dave, a nicer couple I haven't met. They've been together for 6 years now, after meeting each other on the internet. Dave comes from that great city Leeds in the north, a Yorkshire lad, and of his roots he's very proud. And Sylvia is from Spain's Barcelona, a beautiful senorita who stands out in the crowd. Gives a snuggle little one. Their friends from Barcelona have been here a few days. That's those beautiful girls, Audrey and Dory, playing catch up with each other's latest news. They had to leave yesterday. We are sorry. I bumped into Dave and Sylvia last Saturday night, and Sylvia shouted, "Hi Bob," from afar. She said, "I remember you from 2 years ago, singing karaoke at the Big Apple Bar. Hey, I tell you what, fame at last." I met John and Alison a couple of times here. They're not here now. I met John and Alison a couple of times here. They're Irish from Belfast, don't you know? A really nice couple with only eyes for each other. She's a sweet Irish girl and he's a regular Joe. And let's not forget the lovely Michelle and Melissa in the Big Apple every night while they're here. In fact, since they started coming to this fine bar, they've had more cocktails than anyone else, that is clear. And finally, let's hear it for that feisty Scots pair. There, and finally, let's hear it for that feisty Scots pair. That's Taffy and his lovely wife Teresa. On the 2 nights I've seen them, Saturday and Wednesday, it appeared he could do nothing to please her. There were drink-fueled arguments going back and forth. The F word was used once or twice, but it was clear that she still loves his Hearts football man, because there were moments I saw them being nice. The last Saturday apparently was the worst of the two, when Taffy stormed out with Paco's on his own, leaving poor Teresa to fend for herself. Yes, sadly, she felt all alone. But Nigel and his family came to her rescue, got her safe home, and were invited for a drink. She made them many cocktails of vodka and Baileys, and they got back to their villa around 5:30, you think. And I must mention another two people. Let's not forget the hard work from Paco's team. The beautiful Erica working tirelessly behind the bar. She's a stunner and should be a model, it would seem. And the equally handsome Xavi, the waiter, who works those tables for us. He's cool, he's calm and collected, and gets on with his job without fuss. And now as I draw this poem to a close, I have to mention my friend Paco once again. I'm sure you'll agree he's been a bloody fine host, and for that I give him 10 out of 10. His singing and gyrating have been so entertaining. He's certainly top of the bill. And an added bonus to his many talents is his impression of our very own Harry Hill. His rendition of the Beatles' Ticket to Raid and his long and winding Rude were pure class. His ability to contort his big Spanish mouth while wiggling his hips and fine ass. And one final footnote to those fine folk out there who weren't mentioned in this poem full of wit. I can only apologise because I didn't get to know you, but to be honest, I couldn't give a shit. So it's buenas noches from me, and buenas noches to you, Paco. Thanks for listening to this poetic tosh. I hope to see you all sometime in the future, whether in the UK or here in Callenbosch. Gracias, Paco, for being a fine host, and continued success the Big Apple's karaoke gigs. I'm finished now. Thank God for that, I hear you say, because look out, here comes those nasty pigs. Thank you.